Hello and welcome back to another edition of Austin's American Flyer, where today we're going to take a look at a set that I have never opened. My understanding is that the former owner opened it to just inspect the contents, but I am not sure that anything inside this box has ever been operated. This set was produced by Lionel for American Flyer. And if we look here on the set box, we can see here it says 1991 Lionel Trains, Mount Clements, Michigan. So kind of interesting that here I am in Indiana and this was just made one state away. Now, what's also kind of fascinating about this set is I'm not really sure. I didn't do any of the following things intentionally, because when Steve came to visit, this came with him. I purchased this from him, but kind of before I really knew this was going to happen, I had an accident. I guess it was a happy accident where I saw this and this listed on eBay, and the price was ridiculously cheap, and it didn't say anything about these not being powered. And so I was like, holy cow, this is going to be Lionel, or Flyer by Lionel, but I couldn't believe the price, so I snagged them up. And when they arrived, I found that this step was busted off, which I think I can reglue it without an issue. But the true disappointment was neither of these units was powered. And I don't know, maybe I was foolish to make the assumption that when I see an AB set, one of those is going to be powered. The other thing is I don't have a good reference book to look at to tell me this part number would mean unpowered, which again, so poor communication, whatnot. So I worked out a deal with the owner that sold these to me. I was going to send them back and just ask for a refund, but they didn't want them, and I wasn't sure I wanted them, but they finally said, you know what, I'm going to give you your money back, you just keep them. I was like, oh, okay. So I have this AB set. This has the diesel rotor in it with the on-off switch. So there's that. Then a friend of mine, Dave, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but is singing with the angels in heaven, I got this from him, which is a passenger car with the Vistadome idea. Again, this is American Flyer by Lionel, and made more recently. Don't know the specific date on that particular car. It's not perfect. It's got some imperfections in it, but there's nothing super off with that. And then Steve shows up, and he shows up with this, but that's not all. Steve said, in addition to this set, I have this Vistadome, and I have this Vista. Oh, I guess this is not a Vistadome. This is just a coach car. And then he said, I also picked this up. So this is a B unit for this set. It's non-powered, but it has a diesel rail sounds in it, which I was like, holy cow, Steve, that's pretty amazing. And so I'm very interested in what this is going to sound like. I hopefully you'll all join me for that. We'll continue along here. So the potential for a kind of ridiculous passenger set exists here. So we could have, assuming this is an AA set in here, so we could have an AAABB passenger set, which if you know me, I'm going to try it. It'll be completely ridiculous and unprototypical, but it'll be fun, and I love to have fun with trains. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside this box, and then we'll go over to the workbench, and there's a couple things that I want to do with all of these things before they turn a wheel on the layout. Here we are, and we'll take a look at just one of the many cars here. So what I want to do before I put a car on my layout, and I have found that because I have the crossovers I make that are very, very restringent, they're set to gauge, and your wheel sets need to be in gauge or they'll jump up and over them, that I need to check every car the first time it goes on the layout. And I still don't understand how wheel sets get so much out of gauge, but they do. So I take per Tom Barker a dime, and I put it on the wheels, and I see if it'll fit down between them. And if it doesn't, like in this case, these are too close together, then I grab spring pliers, or circlet. I guess they're circlet. I don't know the proper name. I grab these pliers and gently push out between the wheels. Come on, there we go. Again, we're not talking a lot, but just a little bit. Now I've got a couple different oils here. This is a tri-flow. I'm not sure that it makes much difference, other than if you're going to do this, use oil very sparingly. I've also done lightweight grease in the past, but this has PTFE in it, so it's a plastic, slippery plastic. So I'm going to let this applicator. I just let gravity feed it, so that there's literally just one drop. I have to come back usually like I'm going to do here and clean up sides of the truck. I'm just putting that one drop down there. Okay. Other thing that I want to do is, I'm just going to do this off camera, but I'm going to show you. I don't know if you've seen these little things. These are little printers, and they're Bluetooth, and they couple to your phone. They come with an app, and because there's kind of an original set, and then there's add cars and add B unit and A unit, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little label on the bottom that just kind of says, set and add, or something that down the road, or should I pass and someone's trying to figure out what goes with what, maybe that little label will help someone in the future know, or help me, because they'll all blend together because the numbers and names and everything are all the same. All right, so there's that. Now let's go on to the diesel engine.